are back and we are live.
Yeah. Yes, hello. I gotta tell you something. If that theme song doesn't make you shake your butt, you don't have a butt, and you should not have a butt. I have no butt, but I hate what little I have every time I hear boom, 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 doom, boom, 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 doom, boom, boom. Yes, sir. How are you doing, Mike?
Man. You are a skinny man. I'm good, brother. How are you?
I am great. The herpes have cleared up. I mean, shit. My girlfriend doesn't know yet. Everything's perfect.
Nice. For everybody waiting and wondering, we are waiting on a couple of people. Superfan just got confirmation he's going to be in there waiting on our guest, Terry. Coming in, dropping him a message right now. But we are doing it. So, yeah, man, just making sure our guests know, got the links, are able to come through, get everything done. It's a big day. I don't know if everybody saw, but we got a new intro. What did you think of the new intro? Drop a chat in the chat and let us know. We got a pew, pew, pew already. Yeah. Shout out to everybody paying attention and everybody watching. We love you and we appreciate you. Cody Big Bird just joined. Shout out, Cody. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Shout out, Amy. Shout out, Vern. Shout out, WG. Shout out, everybody in the building right now. We love you. Thank you for joining in. It's going to be a hell of a show. So for those of you... Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go. No. Ironically, Big Bird's not tall. He's just yellow and has jaundice. Oh.
No, that's you. That's not Big Bird. That's you, dog. You're yellow with jaundice. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, we got a lot of action going on, all kinds of stuff. From cancellations to new signings. We're going to cover all of that. We're going to get into all the news and what's going on. But more importantly, initially, man, we got to dig into some stuff. This is what we do here. This is why we don't have fighters on. So we're not considered, partial to anybody or any group of folks. So much like the man I'm bringing on, we try to give all slap fighters, all slap promotions, everyone in the slap game equal amounts of respect and time. Now, I was told by more than one person before I bring this man on not to have this man on tonight. I was told you don't want any part of that. It's going to hurt you. Don't have this guy on. And you know what I told them? I told them, you better tell me I'm going to be another rapper dancer. So here's the deal. Don't you ever tell me who I can have on my show. How much money did you spend building this? How many months have you spent building this? Oh, none and none? So shut the fuck up. Don't you ever tell me who I can and can't have on my show. Now, to put a comment, a period on that, and then we're going to bring him on. Also, there's a lot of you out there that won't show up. There's a lot of you out there that got all day to post little tough Instagram comments, post little Instagram videos, talk about bring it. And I'm like, here's the link. The link is in your inbox. You know who you are right now. You decided to tell the man we're bringing up twice. You decided to make two different posts talking big smack to him. And I'm like, he's right here. You can talk to him live in front of an audience of millions and show us what you got and how smart you are and how we need to listen to you instead of him. And guess what? Crickets, baby. You know what I mean? Crickets. So enough with all of that. Shout out to everybody listening and everybody watching. We're going to bring him on and we're going to get some clarity. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage now, my friend, your friend, whether you like it or not, someone who is dedicated to the slap game, not because he gets free VIP tickets, not because he gets paid money, but because he comes out of pocket and he cares about the fighters and he cares about the fans. And so he's here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Terry from Beyond the Slap. How you doing, sir?
How you doing tonight? Both you guys.
You are a handsome motherfucker in a world of ugly bitches. So
who's that, Petty? Is that Petty saying that? Oh, hey. Oh, what's up, Mike? How you doing, Mr. Man?
You already starting. Shout out to Win. Shout out to Luke. Simon's like diamonds in the chat. Let me just want to give all the chat folks love before we get deep into this because I know we're going to need to stay focused.
Terry, I got to tell you, every time you come online, you make me feel so good about myself because I realize I am not the ugliest man in the world. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I get it all day. They come over here and get their panties all wet and then go online and talk about how ugly and old I am.
Okay.
And man, Michael, man, go a little easy on T. He's a little embattled. Like I know where he is.
You're having only.
I know where he is. Only the situation there.
This is actually mild. This is actually mild. I used to work in shock radio for one of the a channel that actually has the highest FCC.
Politics over here.
The highest FCC fine in history. I was on that show. I'm not going to say the show's name, but I was on there, and I used to actually make religious jokes, so I'm used to the heat. This is actually mild.
And I come, and I come from the world of, I come from the world of battle politics. You know what I mean? So this is mild in the grander scheme. You know what I mean? However, to some cats, they're taking it real serious. You know what I'm saying? Some cats are taking this real serious. So let's, let's start with this. I want to start at the beginning. Okay. A few days back, maybe about a little less than a week ago, you dropped a bomb, right? I want to say it was Wednesday of last week. You dropped
something
a bomb.
Like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And long story short, you basically detailed a lot of changes that we can all see that are happening. And that PowerSLAP is moving from a contract fighter. I didn't mute you, brother. You muted yourself, Michael, man. Okay. He's got stuff. Okay. I just didn't want him to get mad at me for muting him. Anyway, they're moving from a contract fighter-based organization to more of a entertainment kind of pro wrestling style where you kind of hire local talent and talent that you bring in for kind of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 shows and then see if you want to develop a relationship versus the old
more or less
UFC kind of way, which was we see talent, we lock them down now, we put them in a 3-fight deal, 6-fight deal now, you know what I mean, and then build up. And from what we could all kind of see, it had been decided it's probably going to be better for PowerSLAP as a company to go more with the WWE or pro wrestling development model versus the UFC model. That's all I'm saying. And we can see that clearly. You broke that news. Then we can see clearly. I mean, every day it's another. In fact, today they just released yet another pro wrestler that's going to be on PowerSLAP 13's card. So you were not incorrect there. Now, we also know for a fact on the other side of it, there are contracted fighters that are sitting at home, ranked fighters sitting at home that either haven't got the call or don't have a match for them to go fight that are sitting there while we're getting literally at least a dozen new fighters coming in and fighting on this card. So these are all facts. Whether I am not feelings. I'm not talking about how I feel. I'm not giving opinion. I'm saying from as a fan who's really into it, these are the facts I am observing. You broke this all first, and people got upset however you broke it. And with, here's the thing about it, man, and this is why I fucks with you, dog, is that we can sit back and wait because what you say is either going to be the case or not. And it was the case. I don't think that's what people had the issue with so much. What I'm seeing is the big issue is you saying that they were paying for views and likes, things like. I think that's the thing that really stuck in people's craw, even though that's easily provable and people have done the research. And it's, let's just say, we can at least do the Rumble research. There are pages of Rumble research, as you know, stockholder, premium creator, all of that. So we know for a fact that Rumble was doing some stuff. You know what I mean? So everybody love Big Bird, and Big Bird love everybody. Hell yeah!
I want to get to the juicy though. I want to get to this call out and the Two-Face that you don't even know about, some Two-Face shit that you were talking to me about earlier. I was like, oh, well, I got a message from the same person I want to get to. So I got some interesting shit to tell you.
You know me, dude. I'm just reporting, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So like. What I'm doing is observing and making decisions based on all the information gathered. So, yeah, we can get into that. So, anyway, so I think that was the thing. And then the thing that popped it off was someone named AJ. I'm just going to leave it at that. Who claims to work for PowerSLAP. Now, do they work for PowerSLAP, or are they contracted with a sports entertainment company that PowerSLAP has hired? And as soon as PowerSLAP terminates that contract, this person no longer cares about PowerSLAP or the fighters. Now, past that, go look at AJ's social media. Where's all the PowerSLAP stuff? Because beyond the Slap Terry, I can look at your page and I can know without a doubt instantly and immediately. And the more time I spend, the more I realize you give a damn about this sport. You love this sport. You pour your heart and soul into the fighter. So my question is, if the other person who's supposedly the hero has no representation there, that's odd to me. That's just weird. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying that's weird that everybody's caping up for somebody who has none of their stuff, is doing nothing for them that any person can see. And then I guess Petty Corner decided to take that because that person responded to you. You didn't go after this person. They responded to you on your page. Then you responded to them, meaning don't come in my house if you don't like the food I serve. If my fucking nachos are too spicy for you, maybe you should go down the street, right?
Absolutely. That's a religious rule for me. Yeah, that is actually a religious rule for me. When you're in my lair, respect me or don't go there. When I'm in your lair, I respect you or I don't go there. This person was in my lair, and I'm to treat them cruel and without mercy. I don't care what's between your legs. When you come in my house and disrespect me, and I wasn't very rude. All I did was point them to the scale. That wasn't wrong. I wasn't bad. I just said, hey, you know, it's something along the lines of you need to find a scale. Instead of being on my page, if they don't like my content, don't stick around and troll me. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to keep the drama off my page as a concept. And shit like that, they're wanting to put drama, bring it to my page. I'm literally trying to keep the drama off.
Well, can I ask you a question? You don't have a problem having a conversation who has a different opinion than you. You're more than welcome to have that conversation. And you're more than welcome to admit when you're wrong, when you're proven wrong. But
absolutely,
when you come to your platform and they don't want to engage in a conversation, they just want to spout off and not hear the other side. That is where the issue is. The issue
I didn't even have an issue with that because I ended up deleting the conversation. I was like, man, I'm not leaving this petty shit up here. After a few comments back and forth, I deleted it. It's somebody else who took a screenshot and kept the drama going for the clicks. Like, to me, after I'm done with that conversation, I'll leave it up till the conversation's done. I make my point, and then I take it down. It was up for like 20, 25 minutes. So somebody else was hunting my page over there looking for drama when they took this screenshot.
Yeah, but like I said, to me, the main thing is you have no problem with having the conversation. You have.
Let me just pause here. I want to shut up because we're going to be doing this all.
You don't know what you're talking about. What about
it? Hold on, guys.
Yes, sir.
We got to call out the chat because it's going to be going on all night, and I want to address it. We got somebody in our YouTube chat named Main Event. Shout out Main Event. Thank you so much for tuning in. He's decided to let Terry know that he needs to be careful because this could be construed as an illegal threat online. Main Event. However, Terry getting smoked online right now. He telling everybody where he going to be June 26th. Boy, going to get got. Then 5 minutes ago, he says everything he said was incorrect, bro. Don't let him fool you. Then 4 minutes ago, I can clear everything up you need to know. It's not the case. Simple and plain. She does work for PowerSLAP. She's their social media manager. And okay, and to that I say, great. If she's their social media manager, then she needs to do a better job. I don't know the person, and it could be a purple alien. It could be Elon Musk. It could be Joe Biden. It could be Donald Trump. It could be you, Terry. It could be.
And I didn't know her. That was my point. I didn't even know her. What
I'm saying is, if you're the social media manager of PowerSLAP, I'm going to tell you you're not doing a great job. Because still right now, I can go to Instagram, I can go to YouTube, I can go to X, and I can scroll, and I don't see anything about the Page VanZant match being canceled. So if you're the social media manager for PowerSLAP, and all you're doing is calling Slap News and telling them what to post and telling other fighters, don't say anything until our buddies at Slap News have gotten a chance to post it. Hey, Slap News, here's your check. That's not a great social media manager, is it?
Well, in my opinion, if she had a problem with you, Terry, what she should have done is gave you a private message, had a conversation with you privately. You could have had a conversation and then came up with a happy medium. No, that's not what happened. What it was a blast online, which is not professional. That is 7th grade or 9th grade trolling, and that's not how you do this.
That's not even the case, though, Mike. That's not even the case. I didn't even have a problem with her commenting. Again, the whole thing was about getting the drama off. She had said a comment about, she called me hilariously inaccurate or something. But if she actually watched the video, all I'm doing is telling you the information I have. I'm not saying any of this is fact. I'm saying this is fact that I have this information. And then she's going to say it's inaccurate. How do you know what's inaccurate of what information I was given? So I pointed that out to her. And again, the whole idea was getting it off. And I didn't call her fat or anything. I just pointed her to a scale. That was my way of saying, hey, leave the fucking page. And from there, you know, go find a fucking scale or something. Find something better. And I took the whole conversation down. And from there, other people wanted to click, so they took it and blew it back up and kept it going. But there was, I never cussed this lady out. I never called her any bad names, anything like that. If you go read my comments, I pointed her to a scale was my way of saying, hey, leave. If you don't like it, go pay attention to your problems. Don't worry about mine.
Well, my thing is it never
wait. Hold on.
Never should have happened.
Wait. Michael, man. Listen before you speak. It's exhausting me. Terry, quick question. Once again, we got the chat going crazy. I got Main Event Verse. I don't know who they are. Shout out Main Event Verse. Thank you so much for dropping in. I also have Luke Simons. Luke is asking, is Joe coming on? Luke, he's got the invite. He said he was willing. I sent him the link. We've heard nothing from him. So I don't know. Maybe you ask him. Maybe DM Joe. Hey, everybody who is caping up and attacking right now, if you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome. If you've got the credentials, I'll let you on and we can have this conversation. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not taking sides. I'm speaking facts and truth, just like everybody that you're looking at on your screen right now. Now, Main Event Verse says this. He said, I watched Terry shaking hands and shit at Slap News event in Vegas, saying it was an honor to meet them. Came on here and said they were good guys, and now all of a sudden he's going after them again.
That's not
what he did. Well, guys, who's he talking about? Be more specific.
Exactly.
Who the fuck is he talking about?
Also, have you gone? I don't know that you've gone after the Slap News guys. I've been paying close attention. I've not heard you mention Slap News.
Now I'm gonna tell you, Slap News. I actually had to block them today because they were all over my fucking page. Now, when you talk about me attacking Slap News, I actually blocked them today again because they were all over my fucking page, man. So when you talk about me bothering Slap News, I didn't do anything to Slap News. I had somebody else include them in a rap that I thought was fucking hilarious. But, you know, it's okay for Slap News to say they're the leading source, but the minute I talk about my platform being top dog, he's talking about Slap News or he's insulting Petty Corner. You know what? Honestly, it's my platform. For those that feel that way, go fuck yourself. At the end of the day, man, this is my platform. And that's what I do. I didn't say anything bad about Slap News. I thought it was fucking comical to say that they're second to getting the information out because it is facts. A lot of times they are second to getting the information out. So if you have a problem with what I say, go fuck yourself. Don't come to this platform. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
These are the same. These are the same kind of guys that believe that like John Cena and CM Punk really are fighting. You know what I mean? So the Real Deal SFC join.
I know this much. I have not been to Petty Corner or Slap News page. I have not been to their page at all this year. So I couldn't tell you what the fuck they got going on. In fact, when you let me know, Fabricio let me know, I was shocked. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't go to their page. But they spend all fucking day on mine looking for content, looking for things I say, what I'm doing. You know, mind your fucking business. If you don't like it, why are you over my page? I don't like you guys' page, so I promise you I don't spend time on there. At best, when I unblock Slap News, I see them come up on my feed. But then they come over my page and start fucking running their mouths again, so I block them. But I promise you, I'm not over there on my competition's page. I can give a shit less what they got going on. I am super busy over here. I have a minimum of 5 interviews a week, Plus, got a kid home for the summer. I got my job. I got all kinds of shit. So whatever issues they have with me, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing this for me. This is fun for me.
Hey, Terry,
okay, so main event verse keeps saying in the chat.
Can I say something?
Yeah, hold on, man.
Oh,
Wait, got to deal with the chat. Shout out to Real Deal SFC. Main event verse is saying you folded like a bitch in their face. Why have they ever posted about you? What have they ever posted about you, old timer? Where was that energy March 6th in their face? Where was it? As a man, where was that energy?
Who is he talking about? At this point, I'm just going to ignore them. If they want to come over here, actually, if you want to talk about Slap News, I was up on a Slap News party. I invited my fucking self. I was there, and everybody that was there seen me. I welcomed myself. I walked up in their fucking party before mine. And with that said, just before I left to do my event, I was pulled aside by Slap News. And what the fuck is his name? Corey told me how jealous he is of my platform because I don't have to go through people who release the information, whereas he has to wait and get confirmation that it's okay to speak. So when you talk about me harassing Slap News, go fuck yourself. You really don't know what's going on. You only know what Slap News has told you. And as far as this person, if they have any more questions to me, they can send me an email. I really don't want to answer this person because he sounds stupid.
And shout out to Big Bird Cody, who said, I've never been interviewed by Petty Corner, nor asked to be in an interview, nor Power Slap for Sons or whatever that guy is. Terry's the only one who ever put light on my name, respect. And respect to Terry for that, correct. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm welcome to heat. I'm welcome to heat. And this same person said something about a threat. Now, keep in mind, I didn't know I was called out. You let me know I was called out today. So how I can get in trouble for threatening somebody, I'm responding to that person. They want to challenge me. I know what I'm licensed for in this state and what I carry. This person wanted to call me out for something. Step out. I don't need a podium. Step out now. I think your credentials should be on the line. Now, if you don't come out and slap me, I think you should walk away from the fucking platform because I will be there after your call out.
Here, right. Can I say? I've been holding this in for 10 fucking minutes. I'm about to explode.
Go ahead before you come all over yourself.
Yeah, this is just my advice to you. Period. Take it or leave it. I don't think you should block anybody. I don't think you should block your haters because when you block your haters, they can't hit the link and they can't go over and see your side of the story because every time they talk shit about you, that's going to make those people want to come over and see what your side of the story is. When you block them, you block the other half who can't see what you're
I don't care about those not seeing me if it avoids the drama. Let me be clear about something. The fame part, I've been there. I've been famous without people even know who the fuck I was through radio. With that said, I'm not worried about how many people I get. It's the quality of people I get. I don't want those that are there to bring drama. Oh, he said this and that. I don't want to worry about that. If I put a comment out there and it bothers somebody, man, that's your fucking problem. I want to be able to speak freely on my platform. With that said, as far as blocking people, I don't need Slap News and stuff checking me out because if you look at their shit, most of the time, their interviews are the same people I interviewed a week after I interviewed them. They're looking there for content. When they run out of content, and they're putting up posts and shit while I'm still putting out videos. The one thing about my platform, I will never run out of people. I am the only platform that covers every slap fight promotion in here. Some of them won't let Slap News or Petty Corner talk to their people. I'm the only one, so I'll never run out of content. For everyone that blocks me, I'll replace you with 3 or 4 people that week with interviews. I do this for fun. I'm not worried about blocking people. I would rather have the quality people than the quantity of people.
And allow me to co-sign on that, dude. I love slap fights. I love the sport. That's why I do this, right? Because they stopped doing after the slap, right? They just stopped doing after the slap. And I couldn't find any. I would just go to Slap News, and their social media is not great. And I'll tell anyone that. And if you want to try to meet me out back and beat me up because I'm a fan, and I go to Slap News on Twitter and Instagram I go to PowerSLAP, and I wasn't going to their official, state-sponsored media page. You know what I mean? To make a couple guys that are there.
I'm gonna tell you something else about Slap News.
Just let me finish on the cosign real fast. You introduced so many of us to new slap things. I love Brit Slap now because of you. Okay? I learned about SFC because of you. You got deep with the SFC guys, made me care about them. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, now I want to see these dudes because I watched you and your interviews with them. Now, once again, am I saying you're an angel and you've done everything right? Hell no, dog. Am I an angel and I've done everything right? Hell no. I mean, I have Michael Mann on my show. Clearly, I'm living in sin. However, you know,
I'm gonna tell you something about Slap News. Now, I gave away a jersey last year to. It ended up being PowerSLAP Superfan who won it. It was autographed by Ron. Slap News was pissed that he gave me that, and actually asked him not to give me any more merchandise to give away fans. Instead, they would offer to buy it from him. That's what Slap News did. When I was giving shit away to the fans, Slap News went and talked to, and keep in mind, I'm good friends with Ron. And they know this. And they went and offered to buy any more merchandise, so he didn't give it to me to give to the fans. That's your Slap News. Why I'm giving merchandise, I haven't kept anything from any of these fighters unless they've given it to me personally. I've given it all away. And I'm the only fucking platform that does that. These other platforms are actually asking fighters, hey, don't give them the shit. Don't give them the shit. But meanwhile, they're taking stuff or offering to buy it up for themselves. They bought like championship belts for Chris, and they'll keep all that shit for themselves while I'm giving it away. And then they have the balls to ask fighters not to give it to me, so I can't give it to the fans. So that's your Slap News for you, and that's fact. Now, I did tell you my source on that, and that can be verified. That's exactly what they did to a good friend of mine, Ron. They asked him no longer to give me shit that they'd offer to buy. Of course, he ain't going to listen to them motherfuckers.
So they're afraid of free promotion.
Yeah, they did not want me to promote my channel with free shit, so they offered to buy it. And that's not the only fighter. It's just that's one that does not mind that I go ahead and let you guys know exactly what they did. That's Slap News for you. I'm over here giving shit to the fans, and they're asking the fighters not to give it to me to give to them fans anymore.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make.
Does your guy have any more questions about Slap News right now? Or is he sitting there with his fucking jaw dropped?
Him and Amir got into it. Wait, him and Amir got into the chat. So they got into it. So basically, let me just hit you with what's going on right now. Basically, Real Deal SFC said talk to him because you were talking, you know what I mean? And Main Event versus like go to their party on June 26th. You scared June 26th. Invite yourself to their party again. I promise you. And Real Deal's like you're the only one that put the story out, which is true. And then Main Event verse said close your mouth, Amir. This guy. And then he said before you get got too. And then Real Deal SFC, Amir said, who the fuck are you, LOL? Try me, mofo. And he put both of y'all come to the Slap News party June 26th. So Slap News, I know you're listening. And if you're not listening live, you will be listening. I'm quite sure of that. And if you're not, that's to your own detriment. Because like it or not, I'm providing information that might be valuable to you, up to and including the fact that you've got a fan of yours threatening to beat people up at your next event. So that's
I carry. I'm not worried. I'm licensed and I carry. I welcome anybody come up and slap me. I fucking welcome them. Welcome them.
No one is saying that anything. Just hear me out. We play.
Yeah, but I have to by law give people warning. By law, I have to let them know I carry. So I want somebody to come up and get stupid with me.
Yeah, he did. Anyway, long story short, I posted, he put, that's all I got to say, June 26th show up. So Slap News, we're just talking to Slap News now. Whoever Main Event versus, he's saying that people are not safe at your events. I would hate to have to put that, information out social media wise and to the greater public in Las Vegas and to the Fountain Blue and to the police and security guards that it's not safe coming to your events because your fans threaten to beat people up they don't like. So it's not safe or good to come to your events. We don't want that to be the case. And for some reason, one of your fans is saying that if people that love Slap News or the people that love slap fights and want to come to the Slap News parties they might get beat up. Is that who you are? I thought you guys were professional. I thought you guys were so professional you couldn't even talk to us wacky guys because we do pew, pew, pew. And you're way above us. But now you got guys in my chat on my show threatening to beat my guests up? Really? And threatening to beat other fighters up? Slap News? Is that who you are, Slap News? Because we're going to make sure that you either can guarantee safety of people that come to your events, or if you can't, people know it's not safe to be at your events. And I think that's fair enough. Main Event verse just quit talking. Anyway, I just put Main Event verse, not a good look, bro. We are just trying to get the info and report. Tell your guys to come on, or you come on and show your face. Talk that good shit. We right here. And all he said was the 26th, and then he quit talking. And SFC said, "You don't know me, homegirl. I'll really make you look funny out here," and he's not wrong. So anyway, the point there is, it's funny because the other guy.
Thank you, Amir.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Amir.
Amir in the field. You know what? I got to give that man more love. It's funny because main event in the YouTube chat, and then main event versus same dude, I guess, was talking all this smack, and as soon as I'm like, dude, you're breaking the law by threatening people here, and whoever you're caping up for, you're making look really bad. Because now we have in writing on a public chat, in my personal chat, that these people aren't safe and that they're going to get hurt physically if they show up. And that's
I'm almost positive I know who this person is. They make a new account for mine every week, and they use the same line on everybody's post. PowerSLAP King, PowerSLAP Rule. It would be the same person that's doing that account. They're regular for creating new accounts.
Yeah, well, it's a guy.
I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, and I've already looked. It's a guy who a year ago he was doing MMA coverage. So because that's the thing, when he hits on our YouTube, I get to look it up. In fact, I'll just share the screen right now. Let's make him famous. This is the guy that is threatening you on behalf of Slap News. Boom. Main event. At main event verse. Boom. And as
I don't use this platform much. I quit using it after PowerSLAP. But I'll definitely go check him out. I'll definitely go check out the page, see if it's who I think it is.
Remember, this is YouTube, so yeah. But
okay.
This is YouTube. I'm looking at YouTube right now. This is YouTube.
Gotcha.
Because he commented via YouTube, and you look. The last thing he did was a year ago, and he was talking about Ariel. You know what I mean? I'm looking. I don't see any of his face anywhere. He seems to really be adamant that everybody else show their face. So yeah, he looks like a failed podcaster. Couldn't get the views. That
would be the person I'm thinking of. They're a failed podcaster, and that's why originally a lot of this shit started, was they were a failed podcaster.
Hey, Mike, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. I want to say this right now. Us here at this podcast, we are open for conversation. We are open for confrontation. We can have conversations all day. We can disagree. We disallow violence. Keep your hands to yourself.
Unless you're making money, don't hit the other man.
Absolutely.
We're prize fighters.
Yeah, we totally disavow violence in any way. But I will also say this. We will defend our asses.
Yeah. I'm almost 50 years old. So for him to do that, call me out today, I was like, wow, you really going to call out somebody that's almost 50 years old, huh? Well, I accept. I accept your challenge, dude. No problem. I've been actually covering this sport longer than he knew about it. I know when he started covering this sport. I was interviewing long before PowerSLAP.
For the record, we disavow violence, but we are also pro Second Amendment.
Yeah, well, not just that. I was just surprised they called out almost a 50-year-old. I helped this person get interviews. Like when Wolverine went and talked to this person or anybody, I was the one that sent the message, hey, this person's new up and coming. Is there any chance you'll give him an interview? That was me. And then he runs and calls me out and says, oh, I'll slap him while I take the challenge. Fuck yeah, I'm going to take your challenge. I live right here, bro.
Money to.
Fuck yeah.
There's a cat you literally gave money to.
Oh yeah, that one too. He wanted to sleep on my couch. There's a couple of them. I haven't gotten to that yet. There's some backs two-faced shit that you don't know about yet. There's two of them that want to sleep on my couch. Both of them. Fabrizio was another one. I'm surprised he didn't be like that, man. He wanted to sleep on my fucking couch. But yeah, what the fuck is his name? Kiefer asked me for money a couple times. And I know it's for his drug. He always uses his daughter for an excuse. And then he wanted to sleep on my fucking couch. When he ended up canceling his flight, he asked if that weekend if he was able to sleep on my couch. This dude asked me for favors and shit, asked me for money, when I didn't have the fucking money. I really didn't have it. We ended up sending him money that I didn't have to help him out. And this dude's going to talk shit about me. I'm like, wow. And I've done that for so many of these fighters. So many of them ask to sleep on my couch or for money and shit. And then they're all going to go talk shit and do me dirty like that behind my back. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Mike can attest to this because me and Mike are comics, and then we would have comics from out of state, say New York or LA or fucking Atlanta or whatever, and they come through. Is there any comics? Hey, is there a comic in town? Can we sleep on your couch? I'm like, fuck yeah, come over. and they come over. I feed them. I give them breakfast. I give them a bed to stay in. And it's just, to me, it was just about making connections. Now I know a man in California. Now I know a comic in da-da-ba-da-da. But yeah, I've had a few comics do the same thing to me. I've had more good experiences than bad experiences, but I have had bad experiences with the same thing. And I'm sure you have too, Mike.
And Joe Snow, or Jon Snow, he's another one, man. This dude was like good friends with me and shit. I think he's talking shit on me online, and I got the fucking messages right here. He's sending me messages saying, well, I'm going to retire. He's letting me all, confidential information and talking about, hey, I just don't want it public and stuff. And I got the fucking text from him out public. He's out bashing me and stuff. Ain't that some two-faced shit? Why after he posted that stuff, he's sending me stuff. Oh, well, I just wanted to put that out there because I'm friends with Patty and stuff. Man, what are you, kissing her ass? What the fuck? You going to bash me out in public and then send me messages telling me that, well, you're leaving, you're retiring the sport anyways, and you wish me luck, but you didn't want to do. That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit.
The big thing is, I always say this: when you're climbing the rung to success, don't forget the people on the bottom rung, because on your way down, you're going to run into them again.
Here's Jon Snow, if you could see that. That was 55 minutes ago. The dude's messaging me, putting hearts up and all that. But online, he's talking shit about me. And I mean, that's a two-faced shit that these motherfuckers are, man. And I'm over here giving my all. You wouldn't believe the amount of hours I put in, scheduling, writing questions, getting everything ready for this sport. And then people are going to talk about how I'm not a fan. Mankini, you're going to talk about how I'm not a fan. You know how many fucking cards I've bought from him since they dropped? Of his cards, I spent a fortune. Is he willing, if he's such a good fan, is he willing to buy the fucking cards back for half the price I paid? He's going to talk shit about me question my fan status. I've got fucking cards up there, cards right here on the wall. I got fucking stacks. I have bought over 3 cases of these fucking cards, and they're going to question my fans. Name somebody else who bought more than 3 cases that wasn't given to them.
You did an entire documentary on this sport when nobody else has. Nobody else has. You were, as far as I know, you're the first person to put down his own money, his own time to go out and do a documentary on the sport and talk to the fighters, not because you did it, because you love the sport. And I'm telling you right now, to have certain people turn their backs on you for political reasons, I guarantee goddamn to you it's political reasons, is heartbreaking, but I'm going to also tell you right now, it's not shocking.
No, not shocking. Man, again, I've been doing entertainment since I was like 19, 20 years old. My father actually did security for Disney, all the movies and stuff, so I grew up around celebrities and all that shit. Nothing new to me. It's just the amount of level of disrespect from some of these guys. I'm like, literally, this is the one I put the most into for you guys to teach people about you. I took my money and my time. And then a lot of these same people I interviewed turn around and talk shit about me. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I'll say it to your face. People say, oh, I talk this and that about nobody. I'll tell every one of y'all, if you disrespect me, go fuck yourself. I have not disrespected anybody in this sport, man, until they disrespected me. They talk about Isaiah. I'll tell you what happened to Isaiah. I had some shit lined up for him to come meet some kids. He didn't commit to it, but he was the world champion. How the fuck are you going to sit upstairs drinking tequila all night for hours and can't take 10 minutes to come see some kids? And I got video of them kids on the wall waiting for him. Sitting outside waiting to meet him. And he goes the next day and takes a picture with Tyson Slap Kid. I'm like, that's one. What about my daughter? You got any pictures of her? What about the other kids? Those kids that were waiting for you. And he talks about how I'm such a bad dude. That's why Isaiah don't like me, because I call him for his bullshit. You're a champion. Take 10 minutes from your tequila sponsor and come down there and see them kids, man. What the fuck? You couldn't do that? Why? Because you don't like me? It wasn't about me, man. It had nothing to do with me. It was about the kids that can't get in there where you were sponsored by your tequila. It was to cover them. So the next day they're in recovery mode and taking pictures with Tyson Slap Kid, which is great. But I'm like, what about the other kids that were there? Where's those pictures? Show me them. I'll tell you why I'm pissed. Tell me why I shouldn't be. Did you get any pictures of my daughter or any other kids that were out there? That's why Isaiah has a fucking problem with me, because I call him for his bullshit.
Politically, let's just say I like you, but the system tells me I can't associate with you. You know what I say about you?
What?
absolutely nothing. I don't say anything bad about you. I don't say anything good about you. I'll text you in private. Say, hey, listen, man, I'm gonna lose a fight if I talk about you. I'm sorry, I don't talk about you. I'm gonna disassociate, but I'm not gonna talk shit either. And I think that's fine. The problem is when these people who say they're your friends or you've helped actively try to make what you've done irrelevant. Or
yeah, man, you ain't gonna teach me about friends, man. I'm almost 50, but so I know the truth about friends. There's very few friends in this sport. I got a lot of associates, and then a lot of people will just stab you in the fucking back. But very few friends in this business.
Man, I will. Let me just say this as somebody who's
speak to me,
almost
Mike.
as old as you, who's done this type of work for a very long time, as you have, mainly more in politics, which, as you know, this stuff is kids play compared to politics. I mean, these dudes aren't, quite honestly, most of the dudes we're dealing with aren't smart enough to do this on the political level. I mean, there are layers on layers that they couldn't even imagine, right? They would just give it in the same way that a third grader would get angry if you tried to teach them trigonometry. These people would get angry if you try to teach them the higher levels of internet attacks and games. They have no clue. And clearly, because they're just breaking laws and exposing themselves. It's like, you guys got to do a little better. Now, couple things that really make me unhappy for you and on your side. One, I saw a lot of people today attacking you, straight up attacking you, saying things that were blatantly not.
So they threatened my wife has been threatened by somebody who was ranked first and second place. My wife has been threatened for my platform, and she has nothing to do with this shit. She wasn't even involved back then, but wow, they threatened her physically. That person. I'm waiting. That person was ranked second or first. I can't remember, but he never got booked again after threatening my wife. I know Erica woke up the next morning and she seen it on her stories. It popped up at like 5:30 something in the morning. She checked that shit and he never got booked again. I'm not saying that's the reason, but a lot of people noticed that he didn't get booked after that.
Let me hit the hypocritical button real fast. Let me hit the hypocritical button real fast and say, I find it odd that men that threaten your wife, innocent, has nothing to do with this, think it's okay to physically threaten you because you're coming after a woman, and your coming after the woman was replying to somebody telling you were a liar in your comments. That was you coming after a woman. However, they blatantly physically threaten your wife, including Mr. Jon Snow. Jon Snow, who's like, we got to protect women. I'm sorry, McKinney. We got to protect women. It's like, but your boy just threatened his wife, and that's okay. But wait, no one ever mentioned this lady's name before until what? What? Clout! Clout! I want clicks! I want a match! I want attention! I need that! I'm not good enough!
Bro, I know this is going to get me in trouble.
And I'm not good enough for PowerSLAP to pay attention to me. But I can tag Petty Corner in something. Petty Corner, what? Who the hell is she, dude? Who is she? I know she's married. Who's she married to? Who's her friend?
That was a woman? Was it a
Hold
woman?
on, I can tell you, because he's always on my page. I had to block him, too. He's on my fucking page all the time commenting about Petty's this, and you can't compare to Petty. I constantly take down fucking comments from her husband, too. So I'm going to look here.
So here's the thing there that drives me crazy is that, first of all, she doesn't care about the PowerSLAP sport. She cares about what the PowerSLAP sport can do for her. And you know how we know this? This is very simple. If I want to test your dedication to something, I'm going to do what? The same thing cops do when they're investigating you. The same thing a private investigator does.
Her husband's name.
Attorney would do. I'm going to go to your socials.
Her husband's name is Polito. And I know because I had to block him. I wouldn't know his name any other way. I had to block him because he was constantly harassing on my fucking page.
Does he know how drunk she got at the last event and what she was doing with?
Bro, that's the thing. Everybody accused me for that. And I didn't know. I didn't even go to that event. And everybody accused me for spreading the rumors. That's a lot of how this started. They said, "Oh, you spread rumors about her," and I wasn't even there. The person that did spread rumors has been on your show before. Not really spread rumors. but he talked about what he had witnessed, and everybody turned that the fuck around and said I spread them rumors, and I wasn't even there for the shit. Everybody said, "Oh, you." Yeah, man. Everybody blamed me for that shit.
Okay.
I got blamed for that, man. That's what a lot of why this is going on. Everybody said, "Oh, well, you spread rumors about her sleeping around." I was like, "Man, I didn't even go up in that fucking building for PowerSLAP 10. I went up for PowerSLAP 12. I invited myself, but PowerSLAP 10, I never went in the circle. I had my kid with me, and she couldn't get in the building. So, and then people talk about, "Oh, you spread rumors." Man, I never said a fucking word about it. Never said a word, and everybody accused me for that shit.
Okay, so but moving on past that,
phone call and get him on a show.
All of this, and let me just, because I'm trying to make a point here, but there's so many little things we can stop and talk about. The point is, I turned on my social media today, and all it was Terry's evil and Beyond the Slap is evil. Then I went and looked at what it was, evil? And all it was yeah, I'm being facetious. It wasn't exactly that. We're going to beat you up. We're going to find you. How dare you? You're this, you're that. And then they came out to you real personal. He's too old. He's grown, whatever. Just personal shit, right? Now, the thing that offended me the most was not the fact that you had a back and forth with someone. That happens on your page. That's no big deal. Mm-hmm. It's that someone that has you blocked and has me blocked too. Never told me why, but someone that has you blocked, then screenshot. This is how shitty and petty. You want to talk petty? All you grown men caping up for a petty woman,
because she got a vagina,
who doesn't have a tenth of the reach and will never do anything for you. The minute Dana says, "Go away, I don't want you," you think she's going to be like, No, Dana, this power slap fighter is my buddy. No, she's not. She's going to be on to the next like everyone else. You're just hoping you are next. So you keep tagging all these people in your Instagram stories and just like the homie, "Welcome to Slap Son. We got you. We got you."
Do you know how she got involved? Do you know how she got involved? She got involved from Mankini, who's spending all his days on my page. That's her favorite slapper. That's why she got interested in this. She knows Mankini personally. I got the interview where I interviewed her when she first started, and he's the one that got her interest. Now he's spending all his time. It's all her people harassing my page. I'm not on their page. Find a fucking comment on her page that I've made. I have not been there. They're over here, her and her people, and they're talking about, "Oh, you're starting drama. Man, I'm trying to block all the fucking drama. How many more of you fuckers do I got to block?"
Well, yeah, no kidding. But to keep moving on that, the point is, it's all about clout, clicks, likes, attention.
Mm-hmm.
People are thirsty for it. Let me make my point, Michael, man, and then you can.
I'm trying. I'm waiting. I got my finger up. I'm quiet.
I know, and
I'll stay late for you. I can stay late for you.
All right. So the thing there is that it's all about clout. It's all about attention, and it's all about the clicks. Because if this person that blocked you, that wants supposedly nothing to do with you, meant it, and they truly wanted nothing to do with you, they wouldn't seek out screenshots on your account that they don't have personal access to, then post that, then write a paragraph about how offended and wounded they are. Yet when you look at their page, they're not doing interviews with fighters in the off season. They're only around PowerSLAP when PowerSLAP can get them views and hits and love, to the point of people that we both know that are friends of mine that want nothing to do with this, that are.
They don't have content. I'm the only one that can do all platforms.
But even these
They're out of
people that
shit.
are like, hey, look, even people I know that are more on Petty Corner's tip, right? That are like, hey, that's my girl, whoop, whoop. They're still like, it's hard to get to know her because she's always in VIP. It's hard to get close to her because she knows somebody somewhere, and she's always in VIP, and she's always backstage, and she's always in the access places. So you don't get to hang with her like you get to hang with everyone else. And when somebody told me, when the person who in question told me that, I was like, oh, damn, that's why she can get press passes with 100 followers. That's why she can basically put herself to private mode and yet still be treated like major press. That's why she gets a 10th of the views, likes, information out, does less than half the work.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me that told you, just to be clear, so the people watching don't say I said it.
You. Beyond the Slap Terry did not tell me this. Someone who liked Petty, someone who is on Petty's side, someone who is not blocked by Petty, told me it is hard to get access to her because she is so foo-fooed up, so VIP'd up, so private roomed and press passed up, that the regular people don't get to spend much time with her. Now, I ask all of you slap fighters who are delivering pizzas and driving trucks and working at fast food restaurants and working at retail and roofing houses and pouring concrete. Does that sound like you? Does somebody who's not accessible because they're locked up in the VIP and they're driving fancy cars and they're getting paid good money and they're not even having to break a sweat and they get all the love because somebody said they're special? Does that sound like you? And if those are the people running your thing and you're not happy in Power Slap, could that be the reason why? I want you to slow down and think about who you're caping up for. Are you caping up for the people that are investing their own time, money, and energy? So when your contract goes away, they can help you get another contract somewhere else? Or are you going all in on a sport that had to reduce its latest event to less than half the size, and you're so dumb, you're bragging about it being 90% sold out? Do you know what that means? If you were in the event arena you were supposed to be in, you would only have sold 40% of your tickets with less than a month to go. So don't tell me 90% of less than half the space. Pay attention. I know you're power slappers, okay?
I want to make an announcement too.
But guys,
I want to make an announcement about tickets.
So yeah. So anyway, so at the end of the day, that drove me crazy. Is that there's this thing going around going 90% sold? Yes, but you reduced your venue to less than half the size of your original venue. So if you would have kept it where you were originally contracted to be, you wouldn't even have half your tickets sold. So calm down. Quit bragging. Quit. This same dude who came after you was posting, they keep saying we're going to die, but we keep going up. Bro, if 40% ticket sales is going up to you, I'll stick with Terry, okay? If you can't come on, if you can't be a man, if you can't talk to Terry, and all you can do is threaten him from behind your safe little phone while he's out there doing the work, and you're begging your buddies for more passes and more freebies, I'll stick with the hard workers. I'll slip with the power slap fighters. I'll stick with the dudes who bust their ass for this sport, who are pulling off trucks and walking out of retail jobs and concrete and roofing jobs to follow their dream. That's who I'm here for. Period.
Go ahead,
Terry.
Mike. Man.
Go on ahead and tell what you said. You had something to say about tickets, but when you're done, I would like 45 seconds to ask you a couple questions. But please feel free. Tell me about what's going on with the ticket sales in your head.
All right, just so you know, always bring a pen and paper. So if you got questions, you write them down. You'll learn that doing these podcasts, bud. But now the tickets. Now I want to say something about this whole card. This card may have been amazing and stuff, but on this card, almost everybody on that, at least the main card, talks shit about me. My family pays about $600 for VIP tickets. What we're going to do this time, since this card turned their back on me, I'm going to go ahead and do my work, interview the people that want to do this podcast. I'm going to keep my $600 and sit right outside there and watch that shit for free this time. I'll be right there at that fucking casino where they're putting on an event, but I won't be spending $600 on people that turn their fucking backs on me. I know that much. There is one person on that card who I'm really good friends with, but he understands my situation, and he would do the same fucking thing if these people did it to his family. So my family will keep our $600 for the tickets this time. We'll sit there for free right outside the venue, and I'll still get to talk to all the fighters that want to talk to me. That's my ticket announcement.
Absolutely. I love you, brother, and I think, you know what, that is stand up. That is loving the sport, but not loving the politics, and you standing up for what you believe in. I'll
still watch it. I will still watch it, but I'll watch it for free. I'm not going to give these guys on that card my money after they did that to me and my family. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give you all my fucking money. You know how much I spend on every event just to give away to the fans is at least $1,000 between flights over Fremont and shit. Yeah. This time I asked fighters, hey, anybody want to donate to the kids? Not one fighter stepped up to donate for the kids. And I want to make sure the kids understand that this time. Not one fighter said I'll donate anything. Not one. That's how much they care about their fans. So why should I spend $1,000 on their fans when their fighters are fucking talking shit about me online down my back? Why use my money? I'll sit there and watch it for free.
Exactly.
And you guys think you're making a lot of money? Ask yourself this: how are you making a lot of money when you do that to your fans? Because I am a fan platform. I'm not a news outlet. I'm a fan that uses my time and my money to interview you guys And if you do that to your fans, our fans are going to do that with our money. And that's what you guys did. You shit on one of your fans when you guys turned your back on me for shit you didn't even know about.
And yes. Hey, Mike, I've been holding on this question for 10 minutes. So give me just this 10 minutes.
It better be a good one.
It
yes,
is.
sir, Miss Man.
You talked about your wife being physically threatened.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't clarify on the you threatened her with physical violence. As the conversation went on,
it's posted. It's on Instagram.
Wait. Let me finish my question. Because this is someone who doesn't read your Instagram. As you went on, it sounded like it was a female who threatened your wife.
No.
Was it a male?
Ryan Phillips. It was Ryan Phillips. It was. I'll tell you his name. If that man could threaten my wife, I ain't afraid to let everybody know. He threatened my wife physically. And then Erica, my wife, posted it and asked Erica, "Hey, is that legit?" And he did not get booked after that.
That is where I had the issue, because at first when we were talking and the conversation was going on, I thought possibly it was a female who threatened your wife physically, and I thought, well, she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Who gives a fuck?
She's not a black belt, but she trains. She would take that any fucking day. She wants to go against Petty. She would take Petty. She would definitely open that and welcome her towards him.
And let me just clear something up on this show. Hold on. On this show, let me clear something up right now. We're not going any further. I don't care. No professional combat athlete man should ever threaten any female with physical violence ever. No. And if you do, you are a piece of shit. When you threaten a woman. Now, if you're the kind of man to threaten a woman physically and then come on and clutch your pearls and grab your pussy and be all upset because a woman and a man got into just an argument online about a thing, and you're like, we got to protect women. He said this woman was wrong. Yeah. But I'll threaten women physically. You're a hypocrite and a piece of shit. Shut up.
That's why I was disturbed at first when you said your wife was physically threatened. But then the conversation went on.
You know what I like about that too? Is that
what
I like about that too is that he knows my wife has been threatened multiple times. Never said a word about it. He's like, that sucks for you anyway. Let me keep talking. I like the way he asked the question. This is how Michael Mann asked the question. You know, one time, 25 years ago, I was in a field, and in that field, there was sunshine. And when that sun hit my face, it reminded me of being warm. You live in Vegas where it's very warm. How do you feel about PowerSLAP? It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Is your chat room still lit up, or are they settled down in there?
They're just going at it right now. You know what I'm saying? Main event versus the Real Deal SFC are going at it right now. So sorry, Michael Man, I had to hit some comedy. What was awesome was how mad you were in the camera.
That was pissed me off because I was mad.
We're just gonna let him talk with it. We're gonna feature Michael Mann's angry face.
That's the drama. I think I covered everything, man. The biggest thing is, it wasn't meant to last. I responded to her and took it down. It wasn't meant to offend or anything any more than she tried to offend me. But it's like you said, for people to repost it to get clicks on their page because they ain't got content. They're just trying to get fucking clicks. Man, go do your work like I am. I'm fucking busy over here booking. Man, I've had 5 interviews this week already since Sunday, since yesterday. What the fuck day is it? Tuesday? Since Sunday. And I still am booked this week, man. Go do your fucking work instead of hanging out on my page. If you don't like it, do what I do. Don't go visit the fucking page. I don't visit you guys. Well, not you guys, but I don't visit like Petty Corner or Slap News. I don't have time for it. I'm just too busy. And that lets you know about their platform. They ain't busy enough. If they're over on my platform, they're not doing their fucking jobs for their platform. They're worried about what I got going on. Go find something else to do.
And at the end of the day, proof is in the pudding, right? You can't make up months or years of stuff that you care about or don't care about. I'm going to go to your Instagram where we all live, and you're going to be able to see both of my Instagram pages weekly have multiple PowerSLAP postings, multiple Slapfight, if not PowerSLAP postings, because I care about the sport. I don't know nobody. I don't get backstage passes. You know what I mean? I don't have all the love. I don't have the sponsor relationships. I have more listeners. We have more listeners and viewers than a lot of those guys do. But I don't have all of that stuff. I just love the sport. So all of these people who are coming out and talking smack to you, you can look and it's weird. It's like PowerSLAP goes away when there's not an event to promote, when there's no clout to be had, when there's no clicks, when there's no likes, when there's no followers to be gained, when it's on them to actually lift the sport up, keep the interest going, create good and interesting things for people to engage in with the sport. When the promotion itself isn't doing stuff, they're not there. They don't care. They're too busy doing other stuff and promoting their other things for them.
They're all pussy farts. Did you hear me? They're all a bunch of pussy farts, man. A bunch of queefs. Man, just stop making noise over on my fucking page. Go drag your shit and drag it somewhere else, man. Go make your noise, your pussy farts elsewhere. I'm just too busy to hear their shit.
2 more questions, and then I'll turn it over. But I got 2 more questions for you real fast. The first one is... well, I wanted to ask you the second one, but I want to be the last one. The first question is, why do you think no one on the other side was willing to come on? And I want to pose that if you disagree with Terry or believe what he's saying is not true, feel free to come on and give me evidence and talk to me.
I've invited him too.
That's why I do what I do. This is why I sacrifice. I would love to have fighters on and hang out with fighters and be the fighter guy, but this is why I do what I do. Is so when we don't have fighters on, it's like, why not? It's like, because we're media people dealing with media. And we want to know the truth because there are fans out there. And this is another problem. Who's dropping $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 every match? Is it the people attacking you right now and screenshotting your stuff and saying, I'm so wounded and offended? No, none of those people are spending a nickel. They're getting paid and getting love to be there. You know what I mean? Everybody that's attacking you right now, coming after you, either wants something from PowerSLAP, the organization, or gets direct, actual, real money from PowerSLAP. That's it. I don't see anybody that doesn't want anything from them and just wants the truth and cares about the fighters regardless of where they end up. I don't see anybody like that talking against you or attacking you. Now, I am asking any of those people specifically, and I'll put it out there, because I posted it. Welcome to Slap Son. Posted 2 things about you, saying he was willing to slap fight you, and saying that his literal exact quote, and I quote, bro, don't put a quote out there if you don't want us quoting it. You're a public guy doing a public thing. His exact quote was, when you poke the bear's gonna bite. And I'm down for that every day of the week. Is he, though?
So put his credentials on the line. If he's going to slap me, now put his credentials. He said it. Now put his credentials on the line. Stick to your word, come slap me, or walk away from the fucking sport. Everybody questions my credentials. I'm proving mine. I'm going to show up. If he don't slap me, well, then walk the fuck away from this sport. You know, you got no credentials. After saying you're going to slap me, calling me out, I accept it. Come slap me, dude. Come slap me. We don't need a podium. We don't need officials. It don't even have to be a sanction. Come fucking slap me and see what happens.
And if we can back up and fair, and I love that, and that's what you men want to do. I'm all for it. I support you. But if we can back up a step, why the hell can't you guys just go on a show like this? You're not in the same room. You're not in the same. You might be in the same city. I don't know. But you know what? Why can't you guys come on here? I'll moderate. You can be on one side. He can be on the other. And he can say whatever he wants to you, knowing that you're not going to hit him. You can say whatever you want to him, and we can let the world decide. Then you two have an honest, even platform where everybody's listening, where it's not his people on his side saying, on Instagram, where he's just getting clicks, and it's not you on your side trying to defend yourself because everybody just decided it's Screw Terry Day and pile on because we can tag this lady who's important to PowerSLAP, and we can tag her and show her how much we care and how important we are to her, and maybe she'll get us a extra VIP pass or an extra PowerSLAP t-shirt when we go to the fight and figure out whose ass we're going to chase and kiss next. Shut up! Stop it!
Never said fucking anything.
Not you, them.
No, he wasn't talking to you, man.
Dude, listen to what I'm saying. Be an active participant. Don't just wait to talk. Anyway, so anyway, the point here is that
let me say something.
If you want to make Instagram reels, I'm gonna finish. If you want to make Instagram reels, if you want to make post, if you want to make walls of pages of text, if you want to join in and you want to tag PowerSLAP and you want to tag the people that work there and you want to tag AJ and you want to let them know how special you are because you can pick on Terry. You're such a big man because a dude who works a full-time job and has a family just loves his sport and pours his heart and soul into it because he believes in it. If you want to prove you can shit on that guy for hopefully some kind of PowerSLAP clout, you can. But what does that make you? Ask yourself who you are. Also, if you refuse to come on a show like this and talk to Terry directly, but you're willing to get pub and love and talk about how you got people, you don't got shit, man. You're weak. Bro, it's weak. If you can't come on and state your opinion and defend your side and your point of view, then you're weak, bro.
I showed up. I didn't know who was going to be here. I showed up.
Right,
I was
exactly.
waiting.
And even though people were like, don't put him on, I'm putting you on. Don't ever tell me who I can put on my show. Are they crazy? So, and then past that, I have just one major thing. Do you want to? I'm just giving you the floor. You're up to you. Do you want to? And don't get stuck on the first word. Okay, let me finish. Do you want to apologize? Do you maybe want to explain? Do you maybe try to want to make amends? Is there anybody out there that you would like to right now, live on air, go, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. For all those that supported me, definitely thank you. For those that didn't turn your back. Now, I've always tried to keep it where I didn't offend people, but that's not this platform anymore. I'm going to keep it 100 real, even my feelings, because I can keep everything else real with you guys and offend you. Wait till you hear how much I offend you with my feelings. For those that turn your back on me, y'all can go eat a dick, man. Truth is, I know who's unfriended me. Many people have unfriended me or unfollowed me in the past and come back to see what the fuck I got going on. If you've unfollowed me, I will see when you come back to follow me. You won't be on my fucking platform anymore. Just know you'll be sitting on that side watching me when you guys' career is over. So for all those that turn their back on me, eat a dick. For those that didn't, thank you very much.
That's awesome. Fine. There you go. Hell yeah. All right, Michael, man,
Mike,
what did you want to ask?
I wanted to say to anybody out there involved in the slap fight community, whether it's people involved in the politics or anything, you are more than welcome to come on this show. We are more than welcome to sit down and listen to you. This show is not about combat. It's not about calling each other assholes. It's about figuring out where we sit together. Now, if you're an asshole, well, that's just what it is. But we have no problem listening to your point of view. Mike is the most open man I have ever met. Terry is so kind. He's one of the most kindest people I've ever met. We have no problem speaking with you, hearing you out, and making a conversation out of this. This should be a conversation. It should not be an argument. It should be a conversation. That's all I got.
Debate's even okay. And I was okay with the debate. I do want to make sure this is the most important. I didn't get this. Mike and Man, thank you guys so much for not turning your back on me and having me on your platform, man. I really appreciate that.
You deserve, man, look, the problem with the internet is it piles, everybody's got to top everybody, right? So I could post at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., I stubbed my toe. You know what I mean? And by the time I sit down to dinner, I've got terminal cancer. You know what I mean? That's how this stuff works, you know? And the problem is you literally responded to somebody saying you were lying on your page. You responded to them going, no, I'm not lying. And the crazy part about that is a lot of what you said, we can see playing out. Some of it we can't. I'll be honest, bro. Some of it we can't. Now,
yeah.
I don't know about the TikTok numbers. I haven't done research. Can I say that from all the research I've done, it looks like Rumble and PowerSLAP were juicing the heck out of those numbers? Absolutely. Can I say on Twitter, because those are more open source numbers, we can kind of look into those platforms? Yes, there was number juicing. Does every company on the planet, do you think Coca-Cola or Netflix doesn't juice their numbers? Dude, go to Grok right now and ask them, what are some great ways to start a podcast on AI? And it'll tell you, seed with 300 to 500. right? So even if you want to do a small podcast, you pay somebody to get you 300 to 500 bot followers. So do I think PowerSLAP is above seeding with bots? No, I don't think that. Of course, that's more than likely. I don't have the proof all across all platforms. I have some hard evidence on 2 platforms, and it's way more than likely. I don't think it's that bad of a thing unless that's how you build. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, the point is, there was that point that they were seeding. Your second point is that a lot of fighters are going to be sitting on their butt waiting for their money, waiting for their fight, and PowerSLAP is going to be bringing in jobbers, as they call them, or people they can pay less that don't have a contract, that have a 1-fight contract, that come in, fight once, and they get paid far less than the full-on contract fighters, right? Those were the 2 main points you made. Is there something other than that? Now, I know you made some other points, but those were like the main.
That was the main thing. It was an answer fighters.
And then the final thing, because there were 3, was that PowerSLAP is having a hard time getting venues and getting booked in other places.
Yes.
Now, out of the 3 main points that you made in your video, because I got to break this down as somebody who does news, right? Because I'm impartial as I possibly can be. But as somebody who does the news, I'm going to break this down. 1, is PowerSLAP sitting contract fighters and hiring pro wrestlers as jobbers? Yes, we know that for a fact now. That has been proven by PowerSLAP, Slap News, and all places. Yes, that is proven. 2,
and I'm interviewing them.
Yes, and you're interviewing them. Yes,
I got one tomorrow. I'm interviewing.
Is PowerSLAP having a hard time finding venues? Yes. They've even said, I mean, we know for a fact they were supposed to do Florida in March. Then they were supposed to do Texas in April. You know what I mean? They were supposed to do something in May. Well, here it is June, and we finally got a fight. Where, though? Back in Vegas. But not at the Apex. We know for a fact there will be no more fights at the Apex. I confirmed that privately. You dropped that news. I asked around. I've heard more than one person be like, yeah, the Apex isn't doing slap fights. And once again, I asked why. Nobody seems to know. I'm not worried about that. Honestly, that AJ lady that responded to you, I wish I could ask her some legit questions. You know what I mean?
I did too. I offered her to explain.
Yeah.
If I'm so interactive, explain to the fighters what's going on then.
And also,
instead of doing that, she wants to cancel me instead of explaining to the fighters.
And if that dude that keeps threatening us in the chat is right, and she's their social media manager, she's not doing a great job. Slap News is a far better source. Love them or hate them, they're a far better source for PowerSLAP information for the everyday guy who's just sitting here, who works his everyday job and comes home and wants to just see what's going on with PowerSLAP. So I don't know what's going on with Michael Mann. I lost him. So the thing there is that, so I would like to ask her those questions, but basically to go back and see, Michael Mann's having fun there. To go back and to kind of break it down, 3 things. 1, PowerSLAP having a hard time finding venues. We know this to be true. 2, they're replacing or they're filling in jobbers. We know this to be true. There he is. He's back. And then 3, that they bought numbers, and so their numbers are inflated, and that's costing them business with possibly other advertisers and the venues and the things like that. Those were the 3 main points you made. We can verify 2 of them verifiably. The third one we have strong evidence for. So what did you say that you think she's talking about that is wrong?
I told her to go look for a scale instead of playing on my page. Told her to go look for a scale. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be 100 with you.
But you would have never said that if she hadn't called you a liar on your page first.
I'll be honest with you. This one's going to give you trouble. But I did 13 years with a big girl. I don't get along with big girls. And as you can see, they don't like me. But that's the truth, man. There you go. That's my confession. I don't like big girls, and they do not like me ever since I left my big girl wife a long time ago. That's the best thing to come up with. Big girls and I just don't get along.
Hey, man, I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
No, I'm not too fond of them, man. I was stuck for 13 years. I paid my dues, and ever since, it seems like every big girl comes after me has got something to complain. And all I did was tell her to go look for a fucking scale. I'm big, so I can make fun of, weight issues. I've been paralyzed. I don't have a problem making fun of people who are in wheelchairs because I can joke. I've been there. I won't joke anything that you can't make fun of me about. I just told her, hey, go look for a scale. Get the fuck off my page.
Also,
and that's what offended her.
Michael Mann, are you there?
Yeah. So
Michael
apparently,
Mann, let me ask you this. Can I ask you a quick question, dog?
Yes,
I'm sorry. I just want to ask you.
Yeah.
Coming from where you come from and thinking the way you think, let me ask you, how do you feel when people tell you that you can't make jokes or have certain friends? How does that make you feel when people tell you?
Well, let me give you a little background. I have muscular dystrophy, which means I have really small legs, which also means it makes my dick look really large. So I am fine with that. If you don't have a thick skin in this day and age, you are probably still regretting voting for Biden. I don't know. I'm not.
I got thick skin and a small white boy dick.
Dangerous combination.
No, this is like a Kentucky mushroom. This is like really bad, and I really hate it for you because you got in trouble for making a fat joke. And what's ironic?
I'm still fat.
That's what's ironic is you're kind of fat. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm fat. So well.
You're hiding the rolls underneath that goddamn chin. We know you're fat. You're not
fat, man.
Yeah, so anybody who gets upset about that kind of stuff, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I won't even look for my skill. I don't know why she got offended. I won't even get on mine. So what the fuck? My point was get the fuck out of my page. That was my point. Go somewhere.
My thing as a crippled man, I have muscular dystrophy, and I am not hand capable. No, I'm a crippled little bitch. All right? I got no shame in my game. I tell you what, I park in a handicapped parking spot. You better hold the door open when I walk in, motherfucker. I am that kind of a crippled bitch. And you know what? I'm thick-skinned. I've been bumped. I got hate crimed in New York City. I was walking across the street in New York, and I got shoulder bumped. And I heard, "Move it, cripple," and it was a palsy.
I love it, man. I fucking love it.
I got hate crimed by a goddamn palsy. He said, "Move it, cripple," and as he walked away with his flipper, and all I did, I yelled, "I thought we were in this together." And my friend just died on the.
When I was in radio, real quick, Mike, I know you got to go on. When I was in radio, they asked me to do pranks. One time I was at the Taco Bell, and I got on the headset, and these people came through, and they're ordering, and she only ordered like 2 items. And they were like 2 things, and I said to her, I was like, "What are you, a midget?" And the whole time they're laughing while they're ordering. She comes around, man, I fucking shit you not, bro. This lady was a fucking midget. It's the only time I made a comment about something I couldn't relate to being short, so I learned not to joke about midgets ever again. But that's the only time I fucked up with calling somebody out, man.
Oh, let me ask you, did she get short with you?
Oh, very. So like she was laughing the whole time she's giving an order. I'm arguing with her. She wanted like a Diet Coke, and I'm like, "No, I ain't gonna give you no Diet Coke. I'm arguing with her, and she's laughing her ass off. And then a minute she says, "I'm done ordering." I was like, "That's a small order. What are you, a midget?" And you hear the cart pull around, and she wouldn't even look at me. She just handed the fucking money through the window. I'm like, "Oh shit, bro. What are the odds that a fucking midget came through?" And I said that one line to a midget.
You know what I would have said? "I'm gonna give you all your change back in small change." It's all gonna be small change.
No, it was the only time, and I learned, man, don't ever make a joke about somebody, even if you're joking, unless you can relate to it.
Oh, no, fuck that. I make fun of black people. I can't relate to it.
Oh, like, bro, don't go there with me. Please don't go there, man.
I walk into a store, people think I'm stealing. Every time I walk in the store, people think I can't walk. Yeah, so that's whatever. It's the same thing. Chinese people are great at math. Not really, because you ripped me off twice at the dollar store.
All right, so let's get back on track here, guys.
Racist
Lovely
jokes.
Conversation. However, the situation, we have enough problems right
now. We had
now.
to bring some happy moments.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my hair right.
We have enough problems without tackling racial issues in America. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, please don't. I'm not ready for that today, man. Somebody will say, "Oh, he said this and that," just because I was talking about racial issues.
Oh, that's amazing.
Michael Mann can get away with it because
like my hair.
Michael Mann can get away with it because Michael Mann is not white, black, or brown,
and he don't deal with pussy farts all day.
Michael Mann is dead, and dead people can say whatever they want about the living. They're dead. So anyway, just to come back to it, you know, and then I want to hit, like, if I can have 10 more minutes and then we'll be done, because I would like to hit some news, right? So
Yes.
it can't just all be about the drama, because at the end of the day, we pretty much, I feel, settled it on this. I don't think anything you said was wrong. I would love to have AJ on. Unfortunately, I feel like, much like all the people that attacked you, she's behind a special secret velvet curtain that only the most special of PowerSLAP original people, you know what I mean, can could possibly ever hope to achieve. She, you know what I mean? Otherwise, come on the show. Heck, Slapson. The link is in his chat. He said he was down 24/7. Funny.
Or at least let the fighters know what's going on. If I'm so hilariously inaccurate, then tell the fighters, because at least I'm making an attempt to let them know what's going on based on what I was told. So, you know, if I'm so inaccurate, let them know what's going on, man. That's the biggest thing. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. But these guys are messaging me. I got fans asking me. I got fighters asking me what's going on. And that's all I'm trying to do. The best information I can give them based on what I was told. Don't come criticize me. Come fucking give them some information.
There's two kinds of people, man. There's the kind of people that get paid directly from the organization, and they're willing to lie, and they're willing to cheat, and they're willing to smile in your face. And
all them posts, though, and all them posts about me, not once can anybody let the fighters know what's going on. If I'm so inaccurate, though, can somebody take the time and give them some information, or am I the only one taking the time to do that and get criticized for it?
And here's the thing, man, and I'm going to put this out here right now. Here's the invite right here. Be real. Come on the show with me. We'll leave Terry out. You can just come on with me and let's watch his video and you break it down, and we will break down where he is wrong and how he was wrong, and you prove why Terry is so wrong here and why the people saying he's not telling the truth are right. Come on, let's do it. Instead of just going, I'll beat you up, Terry, because you're mean. Yeah, you pick on girls, Terry. Wait, but the girl that you picked on, AJ, right? They were saying she won an Emmy. Literally the words that Petty used was, "You're a lunch lady," and she won an Emmy, right? But
that's not lunch. That's not her. Just so you know, that's Ryan Phillips. I know that because Ryan Phillips is the only one, and that's how he lets me know it's him, that calls me the lunch lady, because he knows I worked in the He's the only one that knows I worked in the cafe at the UFC headquarters. It's Ryan Phillips that posted that. If you look at it, she posted. She copied and pasted it or something, but that is Ryan Phillips. That's his nickname for me.
Come on the show. Come on the show.
I'm about to give you receipts, Doc. Receipts.
Come on the show. Come on.
I seen what you posted. I seen you sent them to me. But as soon as we seen that, me and my wife knew right away Ryan Phillips is behind that. That's a name he uses for me.
I'm not saying he's not behind it. But I'm saying she still wrote it out in pink, her signature pink, just like mine is the signature purple. In her signature pink, she still wrote out, "You're a lunch lady," and this woman won an Emmy. She won an Emmy for what? Trans men in women's sports.
Seriously, is that legit?
Yes. Let's hold on.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
Babyface in the building. Babyface, you missed a hot one, baby boy.
Dude, I can wear panties, but you can call me Stacy. It
Get
doesn't make
the fuck out.
Let me hold on. You know me. What do I come with? Receipts.
Facts. You come with facts. Mike.
I've seen that. I've seen it. But the only thing that threw us off, as soon as we seen that term lunch lady, we're like, man, that's some Hetty's writing. But there's only one person that calls us that. And that's what threw me off.
The thing is Mike always comes with receipts.
So that's why I'm saying Ryan Phillips is behind that somehow. He must have went to her or something, because I got all my messages from Ryan Phillips, and he's the only one that knew where I worked in that UFC building. It was at the cafe. He refers to me as the lunch lady, but I'm like, motherfucker, you came in there to eat.
God, you were the lunch lady? That's gay.
Well, I worked at the UFC headquarters in their cafe. Well, bro, here's the thing. You didn't pay much. It was only like $20-something an hour. I fucking left them. Everybody talks about how it was like $23 an hour. It wasn't that much, so I ended up fucking leaving them. But everybody talks about how I don't work. I'm like, bro, I know what that fucking building pays here because I used to work there. Don't tell me I don't work. I left there to go make more money.
$23 an hour? Can you give me a job? I'll be the goddamn lunch lady. I don't give a fuck. I'll slap up your macaroni and cheese. That's awesome.
Oh, out here, most jobs pay pretty decent, man. That's actually kind of low, especially for what I was expecting at the UFC. But I still have my hire letter. Anybody that doubts me, I still have my fucking hire letter from when they hired me.
Also, here's what I want to stop. Here's what
Yes,
I want to freaking stop, okay? Is insulting people for the work they do. I'm so sorry, Petty Diana, that you don't have to break a sweat to make a living. I'm so sorry you've never had to serve other human beings to feed your children.
Oh, she's serving them something.
I'm so sorry that you think you're better than every power slap fighter that you make a living off of and that you hug up on and that you pose with and take pictures with. You know why? Because a lot of those dudes are serving pizzas. A lot of those dudes are working fast food. A lot of those dudes are pouring concrete.
I've worked everything from radio broadcasting to repo. I've done everything. I've done repo where people pull guns on me. I've done radio broadcasting. So I don't care what people think about my job. I know this. I make money. I don't give a fuck what people's opinion is. And I more or less wanted that job just because it was in the UFC building. No, but everybody used to tell me you'll never get in that building. And I made it in. I made it in that building.
Exactly.
Dude, I gotta tell you right now, Terry, and I'm not jacking you off or any of this stuff. Dude, I really respect your conviction of what you do. I respect your conviction of what you say. And I also respect your follow through. You are not a punk ass bitch. You are the definition of an alpha motherfucker. And I gotta tell you, I respect you so much, brother. I respect you so much. We might not agree on everything, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I respect you. Just like I have no problem talking with these other people, and I might end up respecting them too. And those might be people you disagree with, and that is fine. The thing about this country is we are allowed to disagree. But don't lie about motherfuckers. Just don't lie.
The thing about these fighters is I listen to all their stories. I listen to every fucking one of them asking about them. None of them asked me my story when all this bullshit came up. They all took their word for it. I'm like, wow, motherfucker. Some of you never even went on their platforms to get interviews, but you took their word for it and listened to their story and never listened to mine. And I put your story out there for everybody. That's how bad it was. I mean, to listen to their story and then none of them come to me and ask me, hey, what really happened? They just took her fucking word for it. And I'm like, you don't even know what happened. I talked to Jon Snow today, and he was legit saying, man, I'm sorry. I just friends with her. I didn't want her to know. I'm like, bro, you don't even know what the fuck happened. You just took her word for it. I was like, he said he didn't want to be involved in the drama. I was like, how'd you get involved then? Well, she had a post. I'm like, there you go. You didn't find out from me. You found out from her. You entered yourself in that fucking drama and then brought me in. Don't tell me you didn't want to be involved in the drama. You sought me out to let me know about the drama.
He lied for politics. He lied to get himself an advantage. Not even advantage, a perceived advantage.
They're all trying to get contracts, so they're kissing her ass right now. Because they ain't got contracts over at PowerSLAP. Jon Snow didn't really like the SFC so much, so he's trying to get a contract. So he's buttering up to her, but sending me fucking messages talking about, man, I'm sorry, I'm just friends with them. I didn't want that out there. I'm like, bro, that's some two-faced shit. I'm not about that, man. I'm real. If I don't like you, I'm going to let you know, man. Go eat a dick. I don't like you.
I got to tell you, man, it's not just PowerSLAP. It's every business on the face of the planet, from entertainment to the goddamn 7-Eleven to Slapfight. It is just the nature of the game, and it sucks. And for people who are stand up, it's despicable, but it's a world we have to live in and we have to navigate, and that's terrible.
He hasn't had a drink tonight, has he? He hasn't been drinking.
Clearly not.
Man, I love you, brother.
I thought that was very eloquent. I thought that was.
It was, brother.
His words are very well put together. Anyway, point is, this is the person coming after you. This is their resume. Winner of the 2019 Emmy Award for Outstanding Transmedia Sports Coverage. So there's that. Then was a lead on the team that the officially licensed NFT product NFL Aldi. So an NFL meme coin. You were on the team. Named 40 under 40 for the NFL's, I guess, athletics NFL list. Produced a national commercial for the NFL. That's awesome. That one is a legit one. Hey, I produced a national commercial or two myself. I just don't brag about it everywhere because I want these idiots to treat me like I'm a nobody, right? Because I don't want this. I don't want them falsely kissing my ass because they hope they can get something. I can give you a list of commercials I've starred in. I've had 2 television shows. One of them was national, okay? So relax about your resumes. But moving on.
I'm not all that. I'm just a fan and taking my time and money to interview fighters. I'm not trying to say, hey, I'm this and that. I'm just a fucking fan talking to your fighters, trying to find out who you guys are as a person. I don't give a shit what this lady's done in her past. Again, I didn't know who she was before she came on my page, and I don't give a fuck who she is since she's left my page. She's not a fighter, so I won't be talking to her.
Exactly. And that's the thing here is that, and Michael, man, and looking at this, you can see we've all done all kinds of stuff like this. You know what I mean? Now, clearly, this person has a lot of connections. I find the funniest one helped lead the first ever music partnership to bring Quavo to NBA Top Shot. It's like, what do you mean helped lead? You mean you had a bucket of NBA money and you called a guy who was a D-list rapper from 2012 and said, hey, here's a bunch of money to come be a part of an NBA thing. I know you're, probably just trying to pay your rent now. So I wouldn't brag about that, but I have a ton of those accomplishments as well on my resume. So anyway, the point is you can clearly see the person that you were dealing with is definitely one of those velvet rope, private access, you know what I mean? And the person admitted they're paid directly by PowerSLAP. Much like all the people that are fighting with you, they have a direct benefit and they're directly paid by PowerSLAP or somebody involved in that organization. You're not. I just want one of these people to come on and say anything, be it Slap News, be it Welcome to Slap Some, be it Petty Corner, be it AJ. Be it any of these people that have all of these words in their mouth on Instagram. But when I go, here's the link. Come on, talk to Terry, talk to me, tell your side of the story, show me why he's wrong. And I will say, Terry, and I love you, dog. But I'll say, dog, you were wrong here. Clearly, here's the information. You want to change it up. But I don't see that. That's my problem.
And I'd welcome it.
Say you're wrong and not tell me why. I'm waiting on why. Tell me why Terry's wrong. And give me facts on why he's wrong, and I'll believe you and call it myself. Because I call it down my friendships don't depend on us all agreeing on one thing and lying about
I would even correct myself publicly, but it's mostly about the fighters. The fighters and the fans want to know. Don't come tell me what I'm doing wrong. Let the fighters and fans know what's going on. That's what I'm doing while everybody's reading my shit. I'm out here trying to give you some kind of information. I'm not posting other people's information that ain't legit. Or, just going to start drama. I'm doing the best I can to give this information. Come on here and tell me what the fuck is going on. Don't tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Exactly.
I absolutely fucking love this. This is perfect. You have an issue with Terry. Come on. You have an open platform. I don't think Mike. I don't think Mike will deny you. I know I won't deny you. Come on this platform. We will talk about it. We'll have a conversation. And that's all that's going to happen.
We'll have a few laughs. We'll talk. Look, look, at the end of the day, this is PowerSLAP. Okay. If you're taking it
and
all
a better understanding,
stupid. Okay.
We'll have a better understanding too. Yeah. More than anything, we'll have a better understanding of what's going on. That's all I'm trying to do.
Unless PowerSLAP pays your bills, unless it's your career, and you're depending on the success of PowerSLAP and the growth of PowerSLAP, so your kids can go to college or you can pay your mortgage. You're taking this stuff way too seriously. Also, not for nothing, but I am very concerned and worried about a sport and a promotion that attacking a guy named Terry, who's a completely independent guy, is the biggest thing going on in that sport. And they've got a huge event coming up in less than a month. And the biggest thing going on in the sport is you. You know what I mean? I love the coverage too, but think about that for a second, right? Like, you got to think about the fact that if the biggest thing going on and we got Page VanZant bowing out, and she released a thing today that I'm trying to pull up so we can talk about, because that's what all the real fans want to know, except for the insiders, and we get inside.
No, I'm saying I love your coverage. I love your coverage of it, man. Not saying I love the coverage. I love the way you're covering this. Doing a great job, Mike. You're doing amazing, man.
Honestly, right now, Joe Rogan is my inspiration because Joe Rogan one day will have somebody on that says one thing, and he'll have somebody on the other day that hates the other guy. You know what I mean? But he's Joe Rogan. He's like, look, this makes sense to me what you're saying, and I haven't seen anybody prove you wrong. Therefore, to me personally, and with all the research I've done beyond the slap and Terry, you are right. Until somebody can say anything other than you're wrong, I'm going to punch you for speaking. And all I'm getting is you're wrong, I'm going to punch you for speaking. Oh, and you're poor, you're old. But no one is saying you're wrong because fact. No one's saying any of that.
Or they're calling me a junkie. Right. Another thing I want to clarify, a lot of times they call me crackhead and junkie. I want to clarify something right now. I have never done any fucking hard drugs in my life. I've done some Xanax and shit younger and pot. I've never done no fucking hard drugs in my life. So when they're sitting there calling me all this crackhead and shit, I'm like, bro, I've never done meth. I've never fucking tried it. Right? So for them to be calling me these names, I'm like, man, I just had a rough life. You know, I was married to a fat girl, as I said. 13 years. It took a lot away from me, man. You know, but I've never done hard drugs. So when they're calling me junkie and meth head and shit, man, that's not me. I've never done meth my whole fucking life.
I love the fact Mike took me off screen when I was tapping my arm.
I didn't take you off. I left that on. I did not take you off. I left that on.
I was tapping my arm going, yeah, I'm not a junkie at all. Okay.
So anyway, man, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, also like, you know, it's funny because either you're fat or you're on drugs. Which is it? You know what I mean? Terry, either you're fat or you're on drugs. You can't be both. Trust, I know. You can't like be a crackhead and be 40 pounds overweight. You just don't get to be both. However, so anyway, now alcoholic maybe, but I bet most people coming at us have their own issues with.
I've even quit drinking. I've even quit drinking this year, man.
Dude, I'm
so for them to be bashing me and shit, I'm like, man, I haven't had a drink since PowerSLAP 12. My last one was actually with PowerSLAP Superfan. He didn't drink, but that was the last time I drank. So when they're calling me all these names, I'm like, man, I don't do shit other than, you know, find out information about you guys. I spend my fucking days watching videos of PowerSLAP when I'm free to learn more stuff to ask these guys, man, or I learn about their lives. That's what I do, and they call me a junkie for it.
I actually quit drink. I quit drinking myself. I quit drinking myself. I actually did. Oh shit.
I'm actually losing weight, man. You know, for them to call me fat, I'm like, you haven't seen me lately. I'm actually dropping weight too. So they don't even know who the fuck I am. They just know what they've heard about me.
Yeah, man. And once again, a lot of people got a lot to say from behind their phones, and a lot of people want to go right to violence. But when it's like, okay, before we jump to violence, clearly you have a disagreement with this man. Let's sit down. Are you a grown-up? Are you a mature adult? Are you doing this all for the pub and the clicks and so PowerSLAP will pay attention to you? Are you that pathetic and desperate? Or are you a man who believes in what you're saying and you're going to come on a show and talk to this man? And if you can't come to terms, set up the fight on our show. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike, I do got to get bouncing here in a few minutes.
No problem. I do too. All
right, guys, so we're going to bring this up. I want to get your opinion. Page VanZant right here dropped this. As you know, her championship match is canceled. This is what she dropped.
So I'm sure you've seen the news. My upcoming PowerSLAP match for a title is postponed. Unfortunately, I had to pull out. I have a pretty severe neck injury. If it was not such a big deal, I definitely would still compete. Especially because I was just really excited. It's, you know, such a big deal, and I was so excited for, you know, PowerSLAP to give me the opportunity to fight for a title. I have what is called a spontaneous spinal epidural hematoma. So it actually didn't come from training. It is a 1 in a million freak crazy injury that happened in my neck. So
there you go. All right. So long story short, there you go. She has a crazy 1 in a million injury that happened, and that is why she is out. No shenanigans, no funny stuff. Just she's
funny stuff. I got funny stuff.
She's been training for 20 years or so. He's been a professional fighter for well over a decade. And when you've been fighting that long, sometimes it just adds up. And, you know, she's a diverse fighter, slaps, boxing, MMA. Your body can only take so much for you. You got to take some time off, heal up, get right. All the love. We're wishing her all the love. Now, my big question is, do you think that they're going to hold the belt and still give, because I feel bad for Mikael-Michelle too. That girl deserves a fight. She deserves a fight. She's ready. She's fighting. She's promoting. Do you think they're going to bring somebody in and give her a fight still, or do you think they're just going to kind of cancel this one and preserve those two fighters for another event?
2-hour podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who were you asking? I thought you were asking Mr. Man.
No, you're the insider.
Man, they're gonna fill the card. They're definitely gonna fill the card. This is not even a surprise to me that Paige isn't actually competing. I don't know if you've seen it recently. Paige has shown some interest in other promotions of other sports.
She's got a contract with a new MMA company, and I think she still has one fight left on her BKFC, but don't quote me on that.
And she's very interested now in Mike Perry's Dirty Boxing, just so you know. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I don't know if her interest is really in PowerSLAP anymore.
And I can tell you,
but I'm not saying she's done or anything. It didn't surprise me that this got canceled at all. As soon as I knew there was interest for her other promotions, I was like, okay, she's not going to be doing PowerSLAP much longer. In my guess, that's not fact, people. Don't say he put out wrong facts, but my guess, I don't see her sticking with PowerSLAP much longer.
Hey, guys, I hate to say this, but I have to take my dogs out for a walk. They're about to pee in my house. I have to let you go. I got to tell you both, I love you both. You guys are one of my best buds. I think you guys are awesome, and I can't wait to do this next Tuesday if you're available. But I do have to go.
All right, brother, you have a wonderful one. Michael Mann, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, man. All right, I got about 3 minutes myself, Mr. Mike.
All right, man. I'm going to turn it over to you, man. Go ahead, 2 minutes, and then I'll take a minute to close her out.
Man, again, I appreciate you bringing me on this platform and give a chance to explain. Nobody has really given me that chance, man. So it's been an honor to be on here. Always your show is fun. Mr. Mann's fucking wild. He didn't get to say much tonight, which sucked. I felt like I kept cutting him off, but there was just so much to talk about and get out there. With that said, I think that's about it. Again, those that stuck by me, thank you. And those who didn't, go fuck yourself.
Absolutely, man. And thank you for coming on and being willing to talk about this and not just kind of hole up and be like, no, screw everybody. I'm hiding behind my phone. Absolutely.
Not me.
I want to once again extend this invite. We've said it multiple times. I'm going to say it again. You are more than welcome to come on this show and debate Terry, probably live. He'll probably make time for that. And if you don't want to come on with Terry, but you just think he is full of S and you want to show that what he put out was wrong, come on and do that as well. We are here, okay? I believe Terry because no one's given me anything to the any evidence to the opposite. The only thing you're doing is man posturing for all the men out there going, we're going to take care of our little woman. Big Bad Terry. It's like, stop it. He's not Big Bad Terry. He's wide open. Okay? I'm wide open. Come on my show. You guys are the ones blocking and hiding and talking about us. We're the ones continuing to do what we do every day. So you got to ask yourself why. Why the difference? What's the difference there? And once again, this is wide open. Terry came on. He was ballsy enough. He didn't post on Instagram he was ready any day of the week and then ignored us and crickets. He said he was ready and he showed up. I encourage you to do the same thing. Guys, tomorrow, it's that nooner show with me and Vern the Card Man. That happens at that happens at noon Mountain, 1 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you check that out. We love it. I'm sure we'll be touching on this a little bit more. Thank you to Beyond the Slap. Thank you to
and your viewers.
Absolutely.
And your viewers, thank you.
Everybody go follow Beyond the Slap. The fact that people have to post things going, just unfollow him. Why? You don't want the competition? Doesn't matter.
Exactly
follow.
why.
I don't care. Exactly. Because I don't care.
That's
follow
exactly
you.
why.
What are you so threatened by that you need to instruct people to not follow you and that you're willing to test you any day of the week? And then somebody's like, here's a chance to talk to him in front of everyone and air your grievances, and they go crickets. That says a lot about you, dog.
He's a punk. He's a straight out punk to do that, man. After I helped him get so many interviews when nobody would talk to him and he was new, he's a straight out punk. And I'm going to let him know once again, man, I will be there the night before the fights, waiting on out in front of the circle on Fremont Street, my normal spot. Step out and slap me when you're ready, brother.
All right, that'll be fun. Guys, thank you so much. This has been Power Slap Time. Big one. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Central. Bye-bye. For you, you get the pew, pew, pew. And remember, if you keep slapping, it ain't worth slapping. And we are out. Michael Mann is still there.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I wanted to go off screen because I wanted you to have the outro by yourself. And I was just trying to be. I said I need to take my dogs out. I want you to have the outro by yourself. I saw we had 10 minutes left. And I was like, I want you to do this
live. We're still live on air right now.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, let me play the outro.
Well, now I feel like.
Oh, boy.